Reactive strategies. Okay, this is a topic that I love to talk about and I love to demonstrate and model, especially recently with my RBTs, because it's like a protocol that is there, but it's not really like a consequence strategy that will always be used. It's just kind of like a temporary relief for the moment. And this is more like a strategy that you have to think quick on your feet. I learned a lot about this because of my 8 years of occupational therapy. We focus a lot on sensory as the function, because that's the way we see the whole body. I have a huge understanding on that sensory perspective that ABA really does not talk about a lot. They're kind of like, well, if it's not attention, if it's not access to a tangible, if it's not, escaping, it has to be most likely sensory. But then what do you do with that, right? What do you do with sensory? What do you do after? And there is those behaviors occurring. It's their alarm system in their body. They're like, no, I didn't like that. Do, reactive. And, these alarms are going off in their system, in their body, and these behaviors just start to happen. Everything becomes very overstimulated. We have to think, what level are they in? Are they able to listen to me right now for redirection? Or is it too late? And do I have to just remove that overstimulation? And it's really hard to try to explain in just one video, but I'm going to try my best. Are they following just simple instructions? If they could still follow that simple instruction, like, oh, hold my hand, let's go to a quiet room, and there's just no response after that, you need to just stop placing demands and start lowering all that. Start removing even sometimes your own voice. Just, how can I help you? Do you need your chewy tube? Do you need this? It's just, again, overstimulated. If they're not even processing that one step instruction, which is hold my hand, let's go to a quiet room so you can calm down, or here's your coping strategies, you need to just actually start responding and start removing all that sensory stimulation, including the lights. The lights could be really bright. Your voice is really loud. Kids laughing, playing with toys is really loud. Sometimes these big gyms are just so overwhelming. Even small classrooms are really overwhelming. It still doesn't have what they need, which is like a dim light or not a lot of noise, or maybe, some lights to focus their attention on so then they can get distracted from overstimulation. Just having your presence there calm next to them. But let's say they are following that one step instruction, then during that time we can definitely try to redirect, but I would say to start kind of still implementing lowering all that sensory stimulation that they are receiving. And it's okay to also add some type of stimulation. So sometimes I like to use my vibrating Z Vibe. It's like an oral motor tool that vibrates and that they could put in their mouth. And I just give it to them. They don't even have to put it in their mouth. They just kind of have to, they could even put it just against their chest. And again, it's kind of like, oh, here I am. I'm grounded. Everything's not so overwhelming. What level are they in? Are they able to follow that one step instruction right now? Are they tolerating me just, kind of redirecting them, depending on their age. And then at that point, just even modeling, if you can't, modeling putting a blanket over yourself, modeling covering your own ears to teach them how to remove that noise if they're not willing to transition to a room, to a smaller, to a sensory room or something more calming. Follow whatever your BCBA says, because I'm sure there's some protocols that you have to follow for, those consequence strategies, but these are more for that reactive where, we didn't prepare for it with antecedent strategies, or something just changed in the environment and boom, it's like, what do I do next? He's not tolerating even the consequence strategy, that reinforcement that I'm giving to him, that redirection, those coping skills. So then this is what you can do.